All right, we are going live. And due to the lag on YouTube, I can't tell if I'm actually live or not, but I'm pretty sure that I am now. So, welcome to the Mike Texted Out 2-year anniversary live stream. That's right, I am here live to talk about stuff. And what am I talking about today? Well, I'm going to talk about this gorgeous, high quality AirPods Max case. I'm just kidding. I just had this on the desk because I'm using the headphones. But I just wanted to do this stream because, for one, I don't do enough streams on the channel, as in I never do streams ever except for the 1-year anniversary one that I did last year, which was a year ago. Honestly, I think the channel anniversary is like in a few days. I think it's actually January 9th. But since I do my videos on Wednesdays and Sundays, I was like, I'm just going to do this on Wednesday for my 2-year anniversary stream. So I really want to thank everybody who supported the channel, who subscribed, who's watched the videos. Like, y'all have really made 2020, or y'all made 2020, because 2020 is over, thankfully. But y'all made it a great year for the channel. I think on last year's live stream, I was all like, I want to get to 300 subscribers by next year. Of course, that was before everything went on haywire for the year, and, you know, it turned out the way that it did. But yeah, that was my overall goal, and now I'm like at 764 as of today. So I am really happy with the growth of the channel. Like, it's more than I expected, and I'm not even going to do like a subscriber goal, because I realized, like, after I set that goal last year, it's not really about subscribers. It's really about me making the best content possible, and that's what 2020 was for me. It was really focusing on getting out there and trying to make the best possible content that I can. So if y'all enjoyed the videos, I really appreciate it. I really enjoyed the videos, especially this year. This year was challenging. I was really trying to challenge myself and do something different and just make sure I offer something more, more than just me opening a box or a magic trackpad or all the other horrible unboxing. I think there was only two unboxing videos I did in 2019 that were horrible. The trackpad, the magic trackpad, the Apple one, because it was already old by then. And, like, who really wants to see like a 4-year-old trackpad get unboxed? It wasn't like I was adding anything. It was like, oh, here it is. And then I unboxed the Amazon smart plug, which I still use. I actually use it. It's just like I unboxed it and set it up. It was like a 4-minute video. But to be fair, that day I did drop 2 videos because I knew that video was stupid. But this year I can honestly say I didn't put out anything that I felt was complete garbage. So I'm really happy about that. The channel overall didn't get as many views this year, which is good, because I really just want to make content. Like, I want to make the content that I make. I don't want to settle into a niche, because I know, like, to be successful on YouTube, you have to kind of have your thing. Like, you got to be an Apple channel, or you got to do just mobile, or you got to do gaming. And I kind of like just being able to do everything. I like, whatever I feel like is interesting at the time, that's what I like to talk about. And I want to keep my channel that way. So if it means that in the short term I'm less successful, or overall I'm less successful, I'm fine with that, because I enjoy the content that I make, including the news video, which has become even more complicated since last year with the green screen stuff. It's a lot of work to do every week, but I enjoy doing it, so I'm just gonna keep doing it for now. Like, I seriously had a moment a few months ago where I was like, the news videos don't fit the channel. I'm just going to stop doing it. I'm just going to do 2 not content, but like product focused videos every week instead, and just call it quits. And then I did 2 news videos back to back that did pretty well for the channel. And I was like, you know what? Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. So I decided to keep doing it. I just decided to slightly adjust the format of it to focus more on one topic. And then from there, I decided to try to focus more on storytelling, and then, kind of giving a backstory before we hop into whatever the main topic is. So that's what I've been doing with the news videos. And then this year I really want to do more reviews. I do have my AirPods Max reviews coming up soon. Review of the AirPod Max coming up soon. So stay tuned for that. I don't know if that's going to be next Wednesday or the Wednesday after next, because I also bought a new used refurbished graphics card, which, if you follow anything with, like, PC graphics cards, they're pretty much infinitely sold out right now. Like, they're impossible to get. So for me, being able to get a graphics card at a somewhat decent price. I still got ripped off. I'm going to make that clear ahead of time before I do this video. I still got ripped off. The best thing to do if you want a new graphics card, whether it's the RTX 30 series or the Radeon, what is there, 6000, 6800, and the 6800 XT, just wait until they come back in stock, because even if you find a decent deal like I did, you're still going to be paying more than what the real value of the card is. Like, I found a good deal in comparison to what's out there on eBay and a lot of the other sites, but it's still not great in comparison to what I could have gotten if I waited until the cards came back in stock. So I'm going to make a whole video about that. I'm just going to do a video kind of talking about if you really need a graphics card right now, then what's the best way to buy one. The AirPods Max video, I'm having mixed feelings about it. Like, I'm really having mixed feelings about the AirPods Max. And it's been difficult to do the review because technically they're good headphones. I will say that. Like, technically they're good, but it's more so like the feelings of if I like them. There is one thing for sure that I can tell you right now, and that I did get this official cord so I can use it for other stuff other than, you know, Apple related things. The quality of this cord is complete garbage, especially for $35. And I got this on sale for $30 off of Amazon, and I was like, this is complete garbage. Like, it's so thin and it doesn't even feel that sturdy. I'm like, a fair price for it would have been the $35 if you took $30 off of it. That's a fair price. That's a quality cable this is. And like, I'm not, like, some people in the comments and stuff are like, it's not braided, and that's not really the issue, because, you know, it can be a nice cable and not be like a braided cable, but it's not even thick. It's literally like fingernail thin. And I'm like, what is this, Apple? What is this? I mean, I know what it is. This was a cable that they made for the Beats Pro series. So they didn't like make a specific cable for the AirPods Max. It just works with it. So I think because it was for the Beats Pro, they kind of just were like, you know, we ain't gonna spend a bunch of money on no cable, and they just kind of skimped on it. Because that's what Apple does. That's what they do sometimes. Like, if it's the Beat series, sometimes the accessories just be a little bit cheaper. But, you know, like the AirPods Max, I expected maximum satisfaction. That's why I got this high quality case over here. It's great. Speaking of this, I know a lot of people hate this case. It's not bad. Like, it's not a good protective case, but I think that Apple just wanted to make it easier to put the headphones or take the headphones out and put them in, and that's what they kind of did with the case. Like, it's not great. Like, if you want to travel with it, it's really not great. But like, as far as if you want to have the AirPods around the house and don't worry about putting them on the table and scratching them, it's fine. But they should have put some kind of travel case. They should have also included a travel case at this price. Like, this would have been fine. Like, this could be around the house case, but they should have also included a travel case. That's what I'm saying. But I don't think the case is as bad as everybody makes it seem. But they should have offered more for $550. I cry sometimes just saying the price out loud. Like, it really makes me cry. 500. Ow, my elbow. Man, I can't even edit this out now. I'm live. But yeah, $550 for some headphones. I mean, it's the most I've ever paid for headphones, so I'm still hurting inside, even though I waste money all the time on various things. But one of the other things I want to hop over to on this Mike Texted Out 2-year anniversary, kind of, even though it's technically in a few days, of the channel, live stream is my favorite tech of 2020. And I did this last year, and last year I chose the Jabra Elite 65Ts, which I then gave away this year after I got the Sony WF-1000 XM3s, and then I ended up betraying them on Black Friday for the AirPods Pro, because I went back over to AirPods after like 2 years. But this year I can say that it's not headphones. I think the Jabras, because they're really good, like, everyday headphones when I had to walk to work. But of course, with the year being the way that it is, I've had to work from home. I've even had issues with that. I didn't even know if I was gonna be able to do the live stream today. I had internet issues. Like, I was like, I don't know if this is gonna happen. I might have to cancel it. So it's just been crazy. So since I haven't been leaving the house as much, it's not gonna be headphones. And I really like the AirPods Pro, but I just got them, so it wouldn't be fair to say that they're my favorite gadget. And honestly, they're not. But I kind of have two this year. And my rule with my favorite thing is it doesn't have to be anything new. It just has to be something that I bought within the year. So it doesn't have to be something that came out in the year that kind of was important to me, essential. And one of the things that I haven't talked a lot about was this year I spent a lot of time, like a tremendous amount of time, upgrading my setup. So aside from the GH2, which I did a video about, I also bought a GH3, which is right here. I'm actually using it as a second camera. So that's right here. And that camera's really been amazing. It's really been helpful just to have 3 different camera angles to shoot my unboxing videos. So like if you watch my unboxings, like my more recent ones, I always have like the 3 angles. I have this desk angle over here, and then I'll have, you know, my main, which is the GH4, and then I'll have the angle from like over here technically, which is like a sideways or like from behind diagonal angle. So I've been able to do that just because I got that 3rd camera, and I meant to do a video about it. I only paid $100 for the GH3. It was a really good deal. Like the body is not in the greatest condition, and I would show you, but I had issues. I was actually going to use the GH2 originally for this beautiful second gorgeous angle for the live stream, but I had issues with not being able to get the on-screen, like the camera information not to show up over HDMI. And then I just got tired of messing with it, and I was like, I'm just going to go with the GH3. But this is also kind of like a test, because I do want to do more live videos. So this is also like kind of a test stream just to see how it will work doing like multiple cameras. I have the Elgato Stream Deck Mini here. I don't know if it's in focus. It's probably not, because I'm not using autofocus, because Panasonic cameras are kind of terrible for autofocus, so I don't use it. But yeah, that's another thing that I bought. I use it when I record the podcast just because we have 2 different, people talking remotely. So it's easy. Like, if I'm talking, then I can switch over to where like I'm the primary focus, and then I'll have like a little window with Dijon in it, and then vice versa. So I have been using the Stream Deck Mini, but I just bought this on a whim because it was on sale for $50. But I'm glad that I got it, because now I'm getting some use out of it. And yeah, so before I went off on that long rant, yeah, basically I did a lot of upgrades this year for the stuff that I haven't talked about. So the GH3 was one thing I haven't talked about. I also bought a dry cabinet just because I needed a cabinet to store all these cameras, especially after I got the 3rd one. I was like, okay, I need somewhere safe to keep these cameras at. And there was like a random sale for a dry cabinet that was like $80 that I got off of B&H Photo, which I forgot which size it is. It's not the smallest one. It's like kind of like in the middle, where it has like 2 shelves. Like it has the top part where you can put lenses at, and the bottom part you can put bigger stuff at. But yeah, I got a dry cabinet, and I also got a new light, as my lighting's been a little bit better in my more recent videos. So yeah, those are all the other things that I got that I didn't even have time, because there are so many videos that I wanted to do this year. Like I just didn't even have time to even document some of the stuff that I got. And I'm also going to be working on a review for that Dell monitor that I bought for Black Friday. So that's another thing. Like I didn't even do an unboxing or talk about that. I just mentioned it in my Black Friday video. So I have a lot of stuff planned as far as for the rest of the year. But of course, because this is a live stream and I'm getting sidetracked, I'm literally just talking about stuff other than what my favorite gadget of 2020 was. I've literally gotten sidetracked like 300 times. See, this is why I don't like doing live content all the time, because I get sidetracked very easily. So if you watch any of my videos, well, you can't because I don't put them out there, but like sometimes my videos like uncut without editing will be like close to an hour, and then when I'm done editing and just removing all the random extra stuff that I said or all the mistakes that I made, then it'll be like 10 to 20 minutes. So I'm a rambler. I really am. Like, that's another reason I shouldn't be doing these live streams. But let me bust out one of my favorite products of the year. I actually have 2 this year. So this changed the game for me, and this is the Rode Wireless Go. It's not anything new. It's not like super new. I think it came out in 2019. But it's a wireless microphone system. I was about to say it's the wireless microphone system. But this changed everything for me, because before I got this, I was really struggling with trying to put this microphone. This is the microphone I used to use for like everything on the channel. So like if it wasn't in the shot, because it's which is stupid, if it wasn't in the shot, it's a condenser mic, so it's supposed to be close to you anyway. So I had to have it like right up here, and then it works okay. Like it's not really made to be that far away from your mouth. So like if I wanted to do a video where I didn't have the microphone in the shot, it was just very difficult before. I tried shotgun mics, but a lot of times the camera was too far away and the microphone was far too cheap to do the stuff that I wanted to. And then the rooms in this house are pretty small, so like putting a boom arm above me is just a hassle. So just having this wireless microphone system has changed like everything. Like I don't stress about audio in my videos anymore. And then just also dealing with like audio interfaces and a bunch of stuff when you're trying to also record a video and hope that everything with the audio is fine. It's just stressful. So having the Rode Wireless Go has really changed things for me. If you did happen to watch that unboxing video, I actually was taking the tape off and the faceplate came off on this one. And I said I was probably going to return it. I didn't return it. I didn't feel like it. It was already a hassle to get this. Thank you. So Muhammad in the chat said he can't hear me. Let me turn up the gain a little bit. Is this any better now? Let me know if you can hear me any better before I continue to ramble on about nothing. Anyway, I'm going to continue to ramble on. Hopefully you can hear me now. I turned up the gain on this microphone a little bit, which actually solidifies my point. And so one of the reasons I don't like using condenser mics all the time, like aside from when I do a podcast and I have time to sit there and play with the settings, it looks like, okay, I'm just making sure it's not peaking for the audio. But yeah, so having this has made it a lot better as far as, okay, let me adjust this. Okay. Are you able to hear me any better now? I think that's actually, yeah, that's the max of this thing can do. Actually, no, it's not. But I'm about to be in the territory where I'm peaking if I go any louder. All right, how about now? Oh. It's peaking a little bit, but it should be a fair bit louder. But yeah, the Rode Wireless Go, if you can hear me, it's a great option. It's a great microphone. And I think I got it for $210. Okay, let me see. I'm just gonna... Okay, so I just checked the... Yeah, Muhammad, I just checked the stream here. It looks like it sounds fine to me when I'm playing it through YouTube. So you might want to check your volume like on the bottom of the YouTube player if you're on a computer, just to make sure. Because it's at the max now, like I'm literally in the red for audio. I'm killing my microphone. I'm just kidding. It's not killing it, but it's it's at the max it can go on as far as the audio level. But yeah, so the Rode Wireless Go. I have one of the lapel mics, so I just plug it into the receiver unit. But this is also just a microphone by itself. So, and it's actually a pretty good microphone. So like if you wanted to just like clip it onto your shirt or use it as a boom mic, you can. Like I said, I just clip this to my hip and then I plug another mic into here and I use it that way. So this has really like changed the game as far as recording videos. Now I don't have to worry if I'm doing like a video where I need to stand up and move around if the audio sounds like crap. And then this is really old, but my Atmos Ninja 2, or Atomos Ninja 2, I think that's how you say it. So this is an external recorder that I got used for $200. It's super old. I think it was like from 2012. But it records 10-bit video at 1080p. It only does 1080p 30 max, but I shoot in 24 anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But it's made everything a lot easier because, for one, the video is higher quality, And then also it records everything in one file, no matter how long it is. And so that's just been really nice to just only have one file to deal with and not have to stitch it together in editing. So it's just made my life a lot easier. Two things that made my life a lot easier. So those are basically my favorite things or gadgets of 2020. Not really gadgets, they're more like boring stuff from behind the scenes that I happen to like a lot. I guess if I had to pick like an actual thing, it might be my BenQ monitor. That's really been good. It's really made video editing a lot easier, and it's huge. And I guess the first time I had a 32-inch monitor. So it's kind of like having a TV. Like I actually got rid of the projector in my room because I'm like, I don't really need it anymore. I have a 32-inch monitor. And then I got a second 32-inch monitor, so now I have two. So the BenQ really did change a lot for me. It made video editing a lot easier. And if I appear to be moist, it's not because I'm nervous. It's actually extremely hot in this room, but I turned off the fan because I didn't want the microphone to pick it up. So that's why I usually edit it out in my videos, but I usually get all sweaty and stuff in my unboxings. It's because it's like hot in here. Because somebody, I'm not going to name the people that I'm married to, their room is cold, so they always have the heat blasting. But my room, because I only have one window in here, is always hot. So I get like the full brunt of the heat constantly in this room. So if you ever see like sometimes like in my videos I just be real moist, it's because it's hot in here. And I turn the fan off so it doesn't pick up on the microphone. So that's the reason. That's some behind the scenes secrets that I'm giving away to y'all exclusively on this live stream. Like, you're welcome. I know that you wondered about the moisture. I'm giving you the answer. That's why I'm always sweaty. It's because it's hot in this room. And some people in the house start blasting the heat. I'm not, like I said, I'm not calling anybody out, Jeff. So the other thing I want to talk about is some of the stuff that I'm looking forward to in 2021, which is not much. Like 2020, a lot of stuff came out. Like, we already know that we might get some more graphics cards from AMD. We'll probably get more graphics cards from NVIDIA as well, because they still have the like lower end cards that they have to release. Not even lower end. They have like, the $300 range cards, and then $200 and then the lower end. So we'll probably get some of those cards rolling out, which I'm curious to see how they're going to compare to the 2000 series. Like, are we going to get a card that has like RTX 2070 performance for like $200? I'm wondering how they're going to scale down, because that would be a great value for someone that's building a budget PC. I'm not sure if they'll go that far with like, the performance gains over last generation, but they could because the 3060 Ti is 400, and that replaced the 2080 Super, which used to be like a $700 card. So they undercut it by like $300. And of course the 3070 replaced a card that used to be $1,200, and it's only $500. So they could theoretically do like a 2070 level or a 2070 Super level for $300 or $200. So I'm interested to see what they do there. I'm also interested to see what AMD does with their graphics cards. I feel like it was like 3 or 4 years ago, I used to have an R9 390, and that was the last AMD card that I had before I got the 1070 Ti, and then I went to the 2070, and now I have another card that I can't talk about yet because it's going to be a different video. But yeah, I am looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with their like lower end cards, both NVIDIA and AMD. And then I'm also going to wait to see, I hope they do a HomePod Mega. Like, instead of, they already did the mini that like, well, I keep wanting to say this year, but it's 2021. They did the mini last year, and that has some new features that the big HomePod doesn't. So the HomePod is kind of overdue. Like, at this point, it's about to be 3 years old. So they do need to do a new version of it. I'm going to just keep calling it the Mega, because in comparison to the Mini, it's the Mega. Like, they're probably going to do something stupid and, call it the Max, or they're going to release a big one that's going to be the Max. I'm going to be mad about it. But the OG HomePod is now the HomePod Mega to me, in my heart of hearts. That's the way I feel about it. That's the appropriate name. That's what everyone should refer to it as. I mean, it's your life. You can do whatever. But to me, it'll always, deep down in my heart, be the HomePod Mega. So I think that they'll probably do a new updated one. I don't think it's going to be like a huge update, but just to add like some of the features, like they did the song sharing thing over NFC, like the HomePod Mini. If you are playing something on your phone and you go near it, it'll just start playing on the HomePod Mini. So stuff like that. They do have the opportunity. They have some opportunities to add to the HomePod, so I think they'll probably go ahead and do that. But what else am I looking forward to? Please, please give me a new Apple TV. So I did talk about that in my back when the AirPods Max were rumored, and I completely misguessed and said it would probably be a new Apple TV. I said that they didn't really have a lot that they could improve on from the Apple TV 4K because it's so good, which is true, but there are a few other things like there's technically like HDR10 Plus they could add, and then support for 8K would be the big thing that I didn't even think about. I mean, like 8K is still like on the, it's still new, so it's not like necessary, but that's kind of what the Apple TV is about. It's just bringing out, putting all the technologies in there that are available, like all the high-end technologies, so that way you're kind of ahead of the game. Because the Apple TV, like the Apple TV 4K right now is still going strong. Like the stuff that it has in it is still current, like Dolby Atmos, Dolby Vision, HDR10, supports 4K, all that stuff. Like it's still up there with all the streaming players that's coming out now, and it's like what 3 or 4 years old now, so they don't need to update it, but they could do an Apple TV 8K. I just really want a new one because it's kind of slow, and I don't know what is going on with the one that we have, but it just has a lot of issues, and I don't want to go out and buy another Apple TV 4K and then they go and release a new one, and I'm like, I should have just waited. So that's why I do have a personal stake in this. It's true. You uncovered my secrets and my lies. Yes, I have a personal reason, a personal stake in Apple putting out a new Apple TV. Like, I'm sorry, I want it for myself, and I'll kill for it. I'll kill for an Apple TV. I'm just kidding. Maybe for like an Apple TV 28K, but not like an 8K. No, it's not enough to kill for. Anyway, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I'm excited for. Oh yeah, whatever Apple's going to do with their laptops. Like, I'm interested to see what the higher end version of Apple Silicon looks like and how it competes with like Intel and AMD's desktop class processors, like your Ryzen 5 7s and 9s and the Core i5s, i7 and i9s. That stuff, like what they currently have in their current MacBook line and iMac, and then the Mac Pro. That's just going to be a whole different thing. I don't think a new Mac Pro is going to come out this year. That doesn't seem like a product that they're going to update that often, so I don't think they're going to do anything with that for a while, but they might, maybe there'll be like an Apple Silicon iMac or 16-inch MacBook Pro. We'll have to see, but I think the performance might be crazy, especially in comparison to what they did, with the M1, which is like technically the lower end chip. That would compete with something like an i3 or a lower clocked i5, and it destroys those. So I want to see what they can do against, the big daddies, like this is BioShock. And then, Intel's a little girl on the side. And then like Apple, I thought you're supposed to protect me. And then Apple was like, no, and then they betray him. Just like on BioShock. Actually, that doesn't happen on BioShock. I just made stuff up. I was trying to do a joke. I'm sorry. But yes, I think that it's really going to be interesting to see what Apple does with their laptops, especially just proving that ARM is essential, or not essential, but ARM processors can be a real thing, and they can be really good if they're properly implemented. So Apple's really been the first one to do it, like on this grand scale. Like, yes, there was a Surface X and all that stuff, and it existed. I had the Surface RT back in the day, but it was garbage. And from what I hear, like the Surface X and everything else, ARM based is still kind of garbage that tries to run like full Windows. So Apple's really been the first one that's just knocked it out right away. So I'm interested to see. This is, by the way, not an M1 MacBook Air. This is the sad early 2020 Intel-based MacBook Air, which I'm completely fine with. I'm just using it to monitor the chat. I'm actually streaming from a completely different computer that's over there. So that's why I have this one to monitor the chat, and I got my Stream Deck Mini to control stuff. over here and a bunch of USB extension cables to run stuff across the floor because that's what this life is like. That's just what happens when you make overcomplicated stream setups to test a possible future live unboxing video. So, yeah, I think those are the things off the top of my head. I'm really hoping that 2021 surprises me. I don't think it's going to be as surprising of a year in both good and bad ways as 2020 was. But yeah, it's been crazy. Like 2020 was a crazy year, and we got new consoles. We got the Xbox, of course, Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. So just that alone, the new consoles, and then the surprising improvement with the graphics cards, I don't think that tech-wise, like release-wise, that 2021 is going to top 2020 as far as tech. But I think it'll still be a good year, and hopefully it'll be a good year when it comes to everything else that's going on in the world, because we know what's been happening with Corona and all that stuff. So hopefully we're moving to a better place this year, and hopefully that's still within being alive and everything, and vaccine stuff like that. I don't want to get too deep into, but yeah, but overall I think 2021 is gonna be cool. Hopefully we see stuff come back in stock. I'm really hoping by March, which I don't think is gonna happen, but maybe by then you'll have a chance of buying like a PS5 or an Xbox or a new graphics card in 2 minutes, when they come back in stock, instead of just in 3 seconds and they're gone. So hopefully the stock replenishes for this stuff. And like I said, I think we'll probably get like new lower end graphics cards, and then whatever Apple decides to do with their Apple Silicon Macs, that's just going to possibly, performance-wise, blow their old stuff out of the water. So we'll have to see. But yeah, I'm excited. Alright, but that's going to be it today. I just wanted to come on this live stream and just babble on for 30 minutes about nothing. See, this is why we can't do live. What did we do for 30 minutes? I just babbled on about microphones and cameras. I mentioned the lights. New light that I bought. Like what was that? Well, I don't know. It was fun. I should do this more often. Hey, it's someone said hey in the chat. Yes, I'm just about to end the live stream, but thank you so much for participating in the chat. Are you able to hear me, by the way, before I wrap things up on Mike Text It Out, the 2-year anniversary live stream? Yeah, you're a little bit late, but it's fine. I didn't actually give an end time. I just decided to just do the stream until like I got tired of talking, and then I was gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna end the stream. And you missed it though. I babbled on for like 200 minutes about nothing. Like I literally talked about a microphone for like 10 minutes. This microphone, the Wireless Go, and then I talked about 2020, and then I think I talked about killing somebody for an Apple TV 28K. Really? How y'all all gonna come late? Come on. I was just about to end the stream. Alright, so Freedom Arts just came in there and said, oh no, I'm late. Yeah, you late. You let me down. And I even bought my AirPods Max and everything. I specifically wore $550 headphones for y'all, and then y'all just gonna come in here late. Freedom Arts is Dijon, by the way. freedomarts.com. Make sure to check out his demo reel that I edited. I'm not even trying to shout myself out like that, but I did edit it. I'm just saying, if you go to freedomarts.com and look at his website, I did mention that killing someone for Apple TV, but I said I wouldn't do it for like if it was an Apple TV 8K. I said it would have to be like a 28K. God, why is everybody's just coming at the last minute at the end of the stream and just making excuses. Like, I can't deal with this. Like, come on. I've been, like, my lips are getting tired. I'm sweating because I had to turn the fan off because some people have the heat on, like, 75 in here. And, like, I suffered for this stream. And then y'all just all come in here late. And y'all even missed when I talked about the case for the AirPods Max. Look how luxurious this is. It's real fox fur inside this case. Like, it's crazy. It's definitely worthy of $550 headphones. We're not talking about it. I'm saving it for the review. But that was mentioned. Sorry, 77 degrees in here. But yes, I am about to conclude the live stream of the Mike Text It Out 2-year anniversary stream. The 77 is too hot. It's hot. So you don't understand how it works. See, okay. So in Jeff's room, because it's in the front of the house and he got all the windows and stuff, it's cold. But because I'm in the back room and it's small and only got one window, it's hot. Like, I'm literally on fire. Like, you not see, like, this is perspiration on my forehead. Like, this is not, it's not. Okay, I'm going to clear the air once and for all. Because of Jeff Super Cool Collectibles said, you mean the eyebrow. This case does not look like a bra. It does not. Like, it does not. Okay, this is a case for $550 headphones. And it's cool. Oh, thank you for the happy anniversary. But then if I open the window, it's going to be too cold. So I can't. It doesn't work. Like, it brings out the balance. The balance has to be in the house. Like, if you have to open the window, that's a compromise that I'm not willing to make. I'm just going to have to live with it, you know. It does not look like a bra. Freedom Arts is in the chat is saying it looks like a bra. You know, freedomarts.com to look at the demo reel that I edited. Anyway, it's Freedom Arts with a Z, by the way. I should have mentioned that earlier. But anyway, no, it does not look like a bra. I don't know why people say that. It's the headphone case. You put the headphones in here and then you close it. Like, I don't get people. I don't get people. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and bring the Mike Text It Out 2-year. Oh, you also missed. Okay, I'm going to switch angles because, see, look, from here you can clearly see that it's not a bra. It's not. It does not look like that. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with this. I'm ending the stream. It's too hot. Y'all are joking my expensive case. That does not. Okay, so the back of it maybe there. Okay, so you know what? No, we're not doing this. We're not doing it. It's fine. The design is good. It does not look like a bra. Some people say it looks like a butt. It does not look like a butt. You need to be more mature than this, guys. You come to my channel for mature content. You don't come for bad jokes. All right. So I'm going to go ahead, even though y'all all came late. It's fine. I'm bringing the stream to a conclusion. And as always, like I always say, tell a friend. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. How are you going to tell a friend about the stream if I'm about to end it? No. Tell a friend about the channel, and then also tell a coworker. And then if you're not subscribed, you know, you can hit that button because I'm going to be doing more live streams. We're going to be doing multiple angles. I'm going to be switching and stuff like, ooh, look at that switch. Live unboxings. It's coming this year. It's coming. So remember to always do at least 2 things at the same time. So like if you're driving, you could be watching this live stream. Like, you got to start multitasking. That's how you keep your brain healthy. All right. We out. I'll see y'all in 2022. Actually, I'll be back on Sunday. 2022. Cleveland, Ohio. Montana. What state do y'all live in? Cincinnati, Ohio. Peace.